Hey y'all, DG Outdoors here. Today I did something really cool and neat, and I actually want to show you how I made them. Tomorrow morning I'm supposed to be going crow hunting, and I didn't have a lot of money for decoys. So I made some crow decoys, and I wanted to show you guys how to make those. Hopefully you guys can see my crow decoys. I made some flying ones and ones that are sitting there, and they're really easy to make. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make them. You need 3 simple things. Some craft wooden dowel rods. You can buy like a 16 pack for 97 cents at Walmart. Some black trash bags. You really only need 1 black trash bag, but I bought the 5 pack at Walmart for like 98 cents. Some little tiny 4-inch zip ties. A utility knife to cut the stake to make a point on the end and stab it in the ground, and you need a pair of scissors. So let me get this tripod set back up and I'll show you guys how I ended up making them. Alright guys, if you can hear my neighbors talking, don't pay any mind, but I want to show you the crow decoys that I made before I show you how to make one. Here's a flying crow that I made. It's literally just a trash bag and a zip tied. Makes it look like it's flying, and I sharpen the end and stick him in the ground. Here's one just sitting there, hanging out. His tail, his head. Look pretty neat like that. And here's another sitting one that I did. And I made his head kind of turn, so he's sitting there like that, you know, hanging out. He's got his head turned. He's got his little tail hanging out. They're pretty easy to make. So let me get all the supplies and I'll show you guys how to make them. So I don't know how well this is going to turn out, but I'm going to show you guys how to make a sitting crow. First thing, you fold the head down, okay, and you take the zip tie. If I can do it right. Hang on, I did all this off camera before, so there you go. You fold it down like that, and you put a zip tie through there. You zip tie it down, and that'll be the start of your crow head. See? Makes a little head for it. And then you take another zip tie, which I have to get. Okay, take another zip tie. You go about halfway down. You fold it around. About a third of the way up. Zip tie it shut. And there's the tail. But you can adjust it any way you want to. I like making them poofy. So he's not very big, crow, but so there you got the head and the tail. Okay. See? It's starting to look like a little crow. See it sitting there with the tail. I take a pair of scissors, okay, and I'll cut the first zip tie, and then I'll cut the second zip tie. And then this tail is way too big, so I'm going to trim it up a little bit. And there you got a little tiny baby crow, but oh yeah, I almost forgot one step. After folding everything out, right? One little step. I take a utility knife, and I'll take the end of the dowel rod, it's right here, and I'll shave it down. Don't mind my neighbors. And it makes a sharp point, and then you can stick it down into the ground. So that right there is how you make a sitting crow decoy. Pretty easy. So, how you make a flying crow decoy is pretty simple. You insert the wooden dowel, see it, under there, but you do it at the corner, not straight in the middle. Alright, when you take your zip tie, and you pull it up here, just like that. Okay, you bring it down here, like that, at an angle. Okay, and then you go right here in the center. Like this, you wrap it around there, stick it through, and you pull it tight. I'm gonna have to do some adjusting on this one, I think. Nope, there you go. It's not 100% for the flying crow decoy because I almost didn't make it right, but then it gives it a little tail. It looks like you stick it in the ground, it's gonna fly. So you take the scissors and you trim it off just like that, and you are ready to go after you sharpen the bottom like I did on the other one with utility, not to stick it in the ground. So that is how you make a flying crow decoy. So join me tomorrow for my crow hunt. I'm gonna film it. I don't know how well it's gonna turn out, but hopefully we see some pros and these decoys work. So thanks for joining me.